Welcome to People, Power, and Politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's People, Power, and Politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.
This week, New York City's mayoral race continues to shift, with polling, endorsements, and strategy moves reshaping the field. Here's the latest roundup for People, Power, and Politics. Mamdani's strengthening lead. A Marist poll shows Zohran Mamdani with roughly 45% of the vote in the four-way general election, far ahead of Andrew Cuomo at 24%, Curtis Sliwa at 17%, and incumbent Mayor Eric Adams at 9%, with about 5% undecided. In a head-to-head matchup, Mamdani also maintains a solid edge over Cuomo. Hochul backs Mamdani. Governor Kathy Hochul has officially endorsed Mamdani for mayor. She's praised his agenda around affordability and called him the candidate best positioned to move the city forward, even while acknowledging policy differences, Democratic Party tensions. Meanwhile, Cuomo is pushing back after Hochul's endorsement of his former rival, treating her support for Mamdani as a political decision, not one that fundamentally changes the stakes. Many centrist Democrats, including figures like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, remain publicly uncommitted. But the endorsement seems to be a trigger. State Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie, at an endorsement rally for mayoral frontrunner Zohran Mamdani, said he will work with the Democratic Socialist to boost taxes on New York's wealthiest residents, setting up a likely showdown in Albany with Gov. Kathy Hochul. State Comptroller Tom DiNapoli already has endorsed Mamdani. The party is visibly split, and that could affect how voters perceive the urgency and legitimacy of Mamdani's campaign. Adams' internal poll. Mayor Eric Adams is commissioning his own independent poll, saying he needs to gauge whether he can still realistically compete, and if so, how to sharpen his message. The move underscores concerns within his campaign about whether he can regain traction with voters. Curtis Sliwa's stand. Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa remains in the race despite pressure, including from former President Trump, to bow out in favor of Andrew Cuomo. Sliwa insists he represents a distinct alternative in the race, focusing on public safety, animal welfare, and acting as a check on radical change. Although polls place him third, his decision to stay in could split the non-progressive vote or shape the race as a spoiler. What to watch? The dynamics are shifting quickly. Mamdani is solidifying his status as frontrunner, with strong support across progressives and moderates. Hochul's endorsement strengthens his credibility with centrist Democrats. Adams' viability may hinge on the results of his internal poll. Sliwa's presence could divide votes against Mamdani, potentially reshaping the outcome. That's the latest from the NYC mayoral race, with Mamdani out front, Hochul's backing, Adams under pressure, and Sliwa holding firm. The contest remains one of the most dynamic in recent city history.
People, Power, and Politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's People, Power, and Politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.